Hey everyone, Kai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 20th and final episode of Kage no Jitsuryokusha ni Naritakute, The Eminence in Shadow. And after this, yeah, pretty much I joined the squad of just waiting for season 2, which will be, that'll be a thing. But yeah, last episode was pretty exciting. We had the king die. Rose was one that did it. Luckily, we stopped her before she did it to herself. That would have been pretty bad. But also had the fight between Iris and Sid, which more or less went how you'd expect it to, but not how the audience in the show expected it to go. So, they had a bit of a surprise there. But yeah, we think we had an awful kind of clashing blades between Sid and Beatrix. So Beatrix, pretty legendary warrior, so it should be pretty cool if we do get a real fight between them. So yeah, let's jump on in and see if we do end up getting that or something else, and whatever that thing is, we'll see that instead. So let's jump on in 3, 2, 1, play. What a sad sight. Rain and a fallen blade. Okay, we went back a little bit. Okay, now I get it. I was a little bit confused. We get to see what preempted his grand entrance. And also don't forget to click the like button and support me on Patreon. And there it is. He waited for it, he knew the best time to come in. As expected of Sid. And there he is, Shadow himself. She knows that figure well. Yeah, I didn't even think about this, but might have to deal with her at the same time as Beatrix. Yeah, I can only imagine what she's going through right now. But we're about to have lots of destruction. Oh, that was such a cool shot. Yeah, this whole thing is one great setup for just pure amazing chaos. Advent of the Demon. You can't just blame everything on terrorists. The glass just shattered. I can never get used to that name. He looks so frustrated. Good. Screw that guy. So what are you up to? He's not wrong. And back to it. Let's see what you got, Beatrix. Oh, wow. Oh, he is too good. But yeah, I figured she'd be able to at least block it. Casual walk. I think she's starting to get a grasp of just how good he is. How fast he is. She's like, stop doing that, damn it. Probably hasn't fought an opponent quite like this before, have you? Now she knows that Iris had to go through. And she should be stronger than Iris, so. Speaking of, hey, we were just talking about you. Oh, three-way. So no telling what that thing can do. Just throw that sheath down. Yeah, he doesn't use artifacts because he's not a filthy casual. It looks cool, though. I will burn this whole city to the ground as long as I take you with it. I'm almost reminded of the girl from Bofuri. Our Flame Emperor girl. Like, yeah, it looked pretty. Shadow is so cool. But really, Iris is out of her league. Okay. That shot showed the alleyway. I was wondering if anything bad was about to happen, but it was just Rose. There's a name. Is that Alpha? Was it Alpha? Man, this... I love the large-scale fight. It's so good. 3 opponents, 3 participants, and just all over the city. Well, I couldn't ask for more for a final episode of this show. Even though, an artifact in there for good measure. Didn't even use a sword. This is the kind of thing he lives for. Yeah, as we just destroy the city. It's all good. It wouldn't be a cool action scene without riding on a train. Like, on a train. I love that they're going so all out on this animation-wise. You want to join that fight against Shadow? Erabe. Seems reasonable. I mean, you did lose your king, but they have you. It's been a rough day. She has officially joined the dark side. Welcome, Rose. Yeah, I really didn't expect that one. Joining hands with Shadow Garden from Rose. Anyway, back to the fight. Your worst nightmare. Yeah, what he said. I had nothing to stop her seething. I can't say. I would say so. I tell you, Beatrix not leaving my memory anytime soon. I thought you were aware of that. I mean, you have a literal artifact in your hands. Yeah, what do the local populace think of what's going on right now? Ooh, that was right to the face, too. Just a twirling is so good. Oh, I think she broke something. Ooh. I mean, she's definitely good. You can't deny that. It doesn't seem to be up to Shadow's level, but definitely good. It's hard to imagine anyone that's not with Shadow Garden being able to 1v1 Beatrix. Yeah, she wishes she was that relevant. And right behind her, as expected. Almost. And Iris, yeah, I saw it coming. But that artifact is no joke. Like, if you get hit like that, that's gonna sting. Like the sheer bulk of pure fire you see every time she launches it. I wonder what's gonna hold him when the other one stabs through both of us. You know, go full Dragon Ball Z. Oh. Love the change in animation style here for this. Is really just gonna try to grab him? That did not quite work out, but Beatrix is ready. Really is his last-ditch effort. Yeah, he's just too fast. Oh, damn. Just gonna step on her. Oof. Step on her hard. So, is this pretty much the end of the fight? Because I could watch this all day. Yeah, the hand. She's got too much fighting spirit to give up so easily. Do you have the power to stop him? That's a question you have to ask yourself. As it should be. It's a good thing he has a secret identity. Because they didn't even see Sid become Shadow, they saw Mundane Man become Shadow. It's like, you think what you're saying is hurting me, it's quite the opposite. Let my laugh ring throughout the entire city. This is literally the best day of my life. Look at her eyes. Like she truly cannot. Wow. Like she truly cannot understand the man that she's looking at. Which I wouldn't expect her to. Yeah, there's no running. Oh. Man, that was playtime. How much time do we have left, too? Okay, about half the episode. Okay, that's good. Oh, Alexia, what are you up to? I mean, you've really been taking kind of a backseat for this arc, haven't you? It was kind of a funny thing to say to an Isekai show. So, what's your next move? The laughing will never stop. Atomic. We're going back to the atomic. Atomic, say it. Say the thing. Too quiet. But I know what he said. And there it is. Well, I figured as much. I didn't think he really wanted to kill them or anything. But he did not run away. He just went home. She just upset or... Okay, I think she's upset. This is how our noble warrior over here deals with defeat. And unlike Beatrice, she didn't even give him a run for his money. As it should be. Right to the face. Oh, so she still exists. Oh, this is absolutely terrifying. I think we have an obsessed girl here. Oh, she'll come back in some way. I'm not sure how much you expect from a man with a name like that. Yeah, I thought I saw Beatrix in the corner over there. I believe that. Riding a train off into the distance. Yeah. Hopefully we do see something come of that. Well, yeah. Yes, you do. Okay, hello. What are we up to? And that does not leave much to the imagination. That's what she cares about. Yeah, tuna fish boat. It's a classic. Yeah, stop whining. The more you complain, the longer it's gonna take. Okay, so she's on the boat too. You know, the epic clash between warriors that just span across half the city. And Also the fake atomic. That would be more in line with, yeah, your nature, your name. Oh yeah, where is Claire? Hello, Alpha. Yes. That's a word. What's your point? Obviously, Shadow. Oh, that's nice. Amazing statue. Alexandria. Wow, okay, this is cool to see. The secret base, bringing a newbie to it. Yeah, just so cool to just have a new recruit. Is she 666? Of course she is. At least that's easy to remember. Okay, okay. I guess she's gonna get some of that dark slime clothes. Makes you feel any better that man's now your new leader. That girl. To the moon it goes. To disappear into the night forever. And there's our piano. One final feather. Next time in season 2. You know, I kind of expected it to somehow have enough pressure to push a key, but that wouldn't have made any sense. But okay. Okay, well, that was the 20th and final episode of Kage no Eminence and Shadow. So, this was our finale. Like I said, definitely had some pretty cool stuff. Like the three-way battle between Shadow, Beatrix, and Iris was a thing to see. Iris obviously not at the level of the other two, and Beatrix herself, even though her sword fighting skills isn't too far below Sid of course has his magic going on, and just overall shooting energy, which definitely still puts him at a much higher level than her overall. But Iris also had the artifact blade, which definitely helped out a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. And yeah, seeing Shadow take on these two powerful girls at once, it was quite the treat for everyone, I would say. But yeah, just seeing Beatrix fight was a joy, because we kept hearing about what a sword master she was up until this point, but we didn't like really get to see what she can do until this battle with Sid. So actually getting to see it was great. It was definitely really a nice little thing to have in our final episode. But yeah, Shadow just took them both put on like a boss, like you would expect. You know, we also have Rose, who got to be fully initiated into the Shadow Garden. Like Alpha gave her the invitation and accepted her into the fold. We even got to see the beginning of that near the end of the episode, taking them to the Misty area. That's apparently their base of operations, where we got the big Shadow statue and all that. And she is given, because of course she is, she's given the number 666, and she is our new recruit. And yeah, next season I look forward to seeing her adjusting to her new life, because I'm sure that'll be something. At least I hope we get to see a bit of the transition, because yeah, this is going to be very different than her previous life, for sure. But yeah, when she was first introduced, I never would have guessed she would become a member of Shadow Guard, and that's a really great development to have happen. We also got a little bit of our pink-haired girl, whose name escapes me, but we saw her room, and she does seem to be a little bit interested in Shadow. You know, she's like, I swear, I'll, as the camera pans down and we see a bunch of pictures, which I assume is supposed to be Shadow. It's a dark room, except for like the one lit area, but because it's really hard to see much of the posters, really, but pretty sure that's supposed to be Shadow. But yeah, we got a little bit of that, so hopefully that's implying she'll be relevant in the next season as well, which would be good to see. Asshat got yelled at, that's always good to see too. But our one friend got put on a tuna boat because of all of his debt issues, which is good to see too, because he was kind of annoying during that arc. Even ruined that one scene because while he was being dragged away. Beatrix never got to meet Alpha. I really hope we get to see something with that later on. That would be nice. Got to see Beta in a swimsuit, I guess. I mean, really, it's just one big strap up top, you know, barely containing her massive deltas. But, you know, good to see her nonetheless. And yeah, I don't think there's too much to say on the episode beyond that. Because the rest of it, yeah, was just basically just, yeah, Rose going to the Shadow Guard organization. A little bit of final monologuing from Shadow. Get to see more of his amazing piano playing with all the feathers falling. I do wonder how he sets up all the feathers. I mean, does he just like use a wind magic to get a big pile of feathers and launch them upwards? And then when they get to about the right position, he starts playing the piano. I assume that's how it works. And then he tries to, yeah, make sure that he has enough to last throughout the course of the song, to where they kind of line up timing-wise. I think that's what he does. But overall, yeah, really good final finale for a pretty good show overall. So do we have any thoughts to share about the show as a whole before I end this off? I feel like I've said a lot about the show already throughout my reaction to it. But Sid / Shadow consistently being a very entertaining character. His chuny way, trying to live that fantasy, the darkness, the shadow, the secrecy, doing what must be done without being in the spotlight, trying to be some kind of hero, just, you know, trying to keep that mysterious thing going on. The only, like, spotlight he gets is some undercover tournament fighting, mostly, right? Aside from when, you know, just people see him doing his usual Shadow Guard and stuff, which happens sometimes. He also just seen his overwhelming power to where even characters that are supposed to be really strong, like Iris or Beatrix, still can't beat him, you know, even though he's not any kind of fancy dark knight or anything, any kind of like official warrior. He's just this mysterious being, and yet just mops the floor with most people that would be under the country's military and all that. Just great to see that sort of thing. Because they would love to be able to tame him and recruit him. He would be valuable assets. to any kind of military order, but that's not him, and he never will be that. So all he can do is continue to hunt him down, and he will continue to elude them, and it'll be cool as he does it. So that's as far as Shadow goes. As far as the other members of the Shadow Garden, I would have liked to get a bit more of them. That would have been good, because I feel like we just didn't get as much of them as I would have liked. Really get to see character interactions between them and stuff like that. I feel like it was a little bit minimal. Would have loved to have seen more of that. Like, I feel like I got more of Alexia and Iris than I did most of the actual Shadow Garden members. And Rose actually ended up becoming a Shadow Guard member, so she's a little bit of a different category. But there's also, a lot of fun comedy stuff throughout the show as well. All the plagiarism stuff with Shadow Guard members bringing things from the real world to this world and profiting off of them. Beta, the author, and all that. A lot of that was pretty funny that we did get. Let's see. The fighting in the show was definitely on point. When the show wanted to have a cool, epic, well-animated fight between characters, it knew how to do it, and it did it. So we had Shadow fighting the Witch, we had Shadow fighting Beatrix and Iris there, we had Shadow fighting, other characters. Like, what was the first big Shadow fight we had? I think it was against Alexia's fiance or whatever, although he didn't stand a chance against Shadow at all. Not like Beatrix, who stood a little bit of a chance. But yeah, obviously earlier opponents weren't that strong. That's usually how the escalation of character strength goes in anime. Shadow pretty much is the same strength because he's that sort of overpowered anime protagonist, so it's a little bit different. But the opponents usually still follow that pattern where they get stronger the further he gets into the show, for the most part. But yeah, overall, this is a really fun show that I enjoyed watching. I'm certainly glad I did. And whenever Season 2 comes out, I will definitely watch and react to that as well. So if you enjoyed my reaction to this season, then also stay for that too. Whenever that happens, you can either subscribe or just come back to my channel later, whichever is fine. Just whatever you're happier with. But yeah, that's all I really got to say. So thank you for watching, and be sure to click the like button before you go. And I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.